So a lot of times when I'm coaching women or even talking to women who are friends of mine, there'll be times where they'll say, "Oh, I haven't heard from him for the last 3 days." Let's just say something like that happens, right? He hasn't called me. Oh, forget him. I'm done. And I'm like, well, did you reach out to him? Like, did you at any time stop yourself and say, well, let me attempt to call him? Now, again, some of you may be the one who did attempt and he did not respond. Now, that's a different issue. But I'm bringing this up because I've seen a lot of scenarios where the woman wants to receive those good morning texts. The woman wants to know she's on the man's mind. The woman wants the man to be considerate of her and to be thinking of her. Maybe when he's going to the store, hey, baby, do you need anything, right? But sometimes the woman forgets he wants it to. The woman forgets that, hey, he wants to be told or receive that random text, hey, just thinking about you. Yes, again, I know some of you are saying, nah, men don't like that. Listen, men who aren't serious about you don't care about that. Men who are not healthy enough to be willing to be vulnerable may not care for that. The guy who's really into you and serious about you, who doesn't feel good when someone they're into says, I'm thinking about you? I haven't met that person. You know what I'm saying? So don't trick yourself into believing that. He does want to feel wanted, desired. Or let's go a step further. I want to see you. Like, just expressing a level of desire and wanting him to come around. Again, I think what happens to so many women is that you guys have had to deal with so much nonsense and so many wrong men that you start to think that the things that those wrong men didn't appreciate and respect and honor is simply something that all men don't care for. And it's like, no, you've got to separate what the wrong men didn't embrace from what the right man would love. Love, okay? And though this wasn't on the list, I'm going to add this real quick. Compliment the man. Compliment the damn man, okay? And I got passionate because this is an issue I have seen so much, especially even with married couples, all right? I remember one time I had this one guy, married couple, and we were talking, and, he was a good-looking guy, over 6 foot, muscles, could be a model. He got plenty of attention. And he would tell me, man, everywhere I go, women would compliment me and look at me and, all this stuff. And he didn't entertain nobody. He wasn't doing anything outside of his marriage. But he said, it's crazy because I get all these compliments, but I can't get it from the one woman I want it from the most, which was his wife. And so I think sometimes, and we all know that men could use some reminders when it comes to complimenting their woman too, all right? Don't get me wrong. I understand this happens on both sides, but I'm speaking to you ladies right now. So it can become very easy to forget how compliments and those words that express desire and, oh, you look good, or I'm proud of you, or any of those things, how good that feels to someone who loves you. And we may think to ourselves, oh, well, they've heard it a million times. All right, well, say it 1,000,001. Say it 1,000,002. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to say it every single day. The same way I don't think you're expecting your man to say it to you every single day. But you do want to be mindful that you don't go so long without giving a compliment, that you don't say it. And let's be real. There are times where you might see the man you're dating or you're officially with, and he does look damn good to you right now. But for whatever reason, it's like, oh, I'm not going to say I don't want to blow his head up. I don't want to feel too cocky. Some women think like that. And it's like, don't do that with your partner. You should be able to hype up your partner. You should be able to make them feel good and be able to have them walking out that house feeling confident, whether they're with you or without you. All right? So be mindful of that. So yes, he wants to know that you are thinking about him too. And you definitely want to also compliment the man. All right, so now the third secret thought a man has when he's really into you is, I hope she really likes this. So plain and simple, the man who's into you wants to make you happy. He's trying to impress you. This is one of the reasons why you hear things such as like the man who's into you is not going to make him chase you. Because when a man is truly into you, his desire is to provide, to impress, to be seen in high regard. He wants your love and respect. And so because of that, there is a thought of like, I hope she appreciates this. But here's the problem that happens to so many people, and it happens to a lot of guys. Sometimes a guy may genuinely be trying to make you happy and be putting forth true effort, what his true effort looks like. It may not match what you think true effort should be, right? But this is really effort for him. This is more than he's used to. And because it may not meet a certain standard or look the way that you would expect for it to look, or be maybe as considerate as maybe you would be, or more specifically, maybe as detailed as you would be, sometimes the appreciation and the gratitude he's looking for, or the reaction he's looking for from you, doesn't come. And men can get very deflated very fast. And once they do, then the effort starts to waver. You always remember, appreciation breeds production. But when people feel unappreciated, and this is so especially true with men, they will start to do less or not put forth the same effort because they feel like, well, what's the point? She never really likes it. It never seems to really impress her, or it never feels like it's good enough for this woman. And so you want to be mindful of, though the end result may not always be as great as it possibly could have been, recognize the effort that man is making. Recognize that sometimes he just has certain limitations of understanding what you're really looking for in that action, in that gift, all right? Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,